This is the story of a little girl, Callie, and her journey to find out all she can about intelligence. And that's me, right over there on top of the bookshelf. I'm Captain I. I'm going to help Callie learn as much as possible.
Today, boys and girls, we will learn about a special topic called intelligence. And at the end of class, each and every one of you may discover your intelligence quotient. Intelligence is one's ability to reason. It is characterized by logic.
Hi guys, what's your IQ?
Mine's 111. What about you, Callie?
Mine is 115. How about you, Derek?
Mine's only 100.
And it's okay, don't cry over it.
But why are yours more than mine?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Okay.
You know what? Why don't we meet up first thing in the morning?
Hey, cool. See you tomorrow, guys. Hi, Mom.
Hi, sweetie. How was school?
School is good. I learned my IQ. What's your IQ, Mom?
152. How about you, honey?
My IQ is 115. It was higher than both Derek's and Sven's. Why is that?
Maybe their parents' IQ is less than your dad's and mine.
Does that mean that I get my intelligence from you?
Maybe so. Maybe intelligence is hereditary.
And so on Callie went to find out if intelligence is in fact hereditary. Meanwhile, Derek did the same, in a mood slightly more sour. Come here, sweetheart. Now what on earth is wrong, Derek?
Well, it's just that Callie and Sven have higher IQs than me.
That's okay, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
But it isn't fair. Doesn't it mean that they're smarter than me?
Actually, no. You see, Derek, smartness is a measure of your learning ability, how much you know. Everyone has the capability to be smart, whereas intelligence is a measure of your reasoning ability. For example, some people are word smart whereas others are logical. This means that they work better with either words or numbers.
Whoa, who are you?
I'm Captain Intelligence, and I'm gonna help you and your friends solve this dilemma.
Hey guys, I'm home.
Hi, Dad. I was just talking to Captain I. He was telling us that just because my IQ is lesser than both Callie's and Sven's, it doesn't mean that they're any smarter than I am. But I still don't know why my IQ is any lesser than theirs.
Well, son, I know from my experience as a police officer that sometimes criminal behavior is passed down through generations. Maybe the same goes for intelligence. Maybe it's all in the genetics.
So then you guys give me my intelligence.
That's it, Derek. Intelligence is hereditary. And so the kids went on, searching for answers, reasoning.
Hi, guys.
Guys, I met Dr. I yesterday. He taught me that intelligence is hereditary. And I just wonder, how is intelligence hereditary? Hey, kids. Hi, Mr. Hofstadter.
Well, Mr. Hofstadter, we all learned that intelligence is hereditary. Could you maybe explain to us why it is and how?
Actually, kids, I think I better leave that to the one and only Captain Intelligence. He came upon me when I was teaching this lesson, and he can teach it better than anybody.
You see, kids, I belong to a group called the Intelligence Initiative, and I think that my fellow comrades can explain it even better than I. So here they go. I give you the Intelligence Initiative.
Intelligence is one's general problem-solving ability. It can be measured through reasoning, comprehension, and judgment skills. Over the years, people thought intelligence to be very different things. For example, nowadays, we believe intelligence to be the ability to solve arithmetic problems or understand scientific concepts because we have advanced that far. But back in the society of the hunter-gatherers, hunting and gathering were their sources of intelligence, and thus intelligence was measured in that way for their society. Because of that, intelligence cannot be accurately measured to the fullest extent that we want it to be, but it has not stopped people from trying.
This is Townsend Harris, said to home many intelligent thinkers. But what exactly is intelligence?
What does the IQ test target? how does it determine one's overall intelligence?
It targets several sections, like judgment, reasoning, and logic.
Have there been any other tests formulated to calculate intelligence? Something different from the IQ test, possibly targeting specific traits?
There are other more creative tests that target abilities that the IQ test does not, explaining why some people are good at some things but not good at others.
What differentiates these tests from the IQ test?
These tests try to measure one's own verbal, bodily or kinesthetic, musical, visual, logical, and interpersonal skills.
What is the validity of these tests?
These tests have great potential, but they're still being questioned.
I know what you're thinking, but no, the ghost of Albert Einstein doesn't just beam it into your head, nor do you find it on your doorstep with a note from mom and dad, and it doesn't just come to you.
More people than you'd think that simply don't know of the correlation between parents and children's intelligence. This is it, explained. Nerve messages are sent through the axons in one brain. The axons are covered by a sheath of insulation called myelin. The thicker the myelin around one's nerve axons, the faster those messages will send. Therefore, the more efficiently that person can think. Your parents make you, so the thicker their myelin, the thicker yours will be. Intelligence is hereditary. If your parents' myelin is thicker than maybe somebody else's, like Hallie's is thicker than Sven's and Derek's, then
Alright. So, those of you who did not fully grasp the idea of how myelin in the brain and nervous system affect our intelligence, here it is. Now, the function of the brain and nervous system is to send and interpret messages and signals between it and your body. Since the brain is in control of such a vital part of how we live and our survival, it needs to have an incredibly fast system of transport so we can react to the world around us. The basic component that allows them to function are neurons. This is a neuron right here. Neurons are nerve cells that transmit nerve signals to and from the brain up to 200 miles per hour. Not without myelin, of course. Neurons have projections called axons, whose main job is to connect the nerve signals between these neurons. This right here is an axon. Think of an axon as an electrical wire. Every electrical wire needs insulation to contain and protect the electricity to move in a specific direction. This is the job of myelin. Not only does it contain the energy in the signals, but it also makes the process faster. Basically, without myelin, you would not be able to react, function, or even survive. So let's say you managed to accidentally touch a hot stove fire. Well, your hand would probably be burned off by the time you even realize it. That's the power of myelin.
Gee, thanks, Captain I.
I get it now. We just have different strengths. It's simply in the myelin.
it's my job, kids, but who you really should be thanking is